Hey, I'm Cory from AvidMax, and right now I'm going to talk to you about the tools that you need to start fly tying. So there's a lot of different fly tying tools out there. Some of them are very specialized, but today I'm going to talk to you about the tools that you really need that are the basics to get started fly tying. So first and foremost, you need a vise. And the vise, I think, is probably the most important tool. And the reason is, if you have a vise that doesn't hold your hook tight enough or hold it in place the way that you want it, you're going to be fighting that hook shifting and moving while you're tying flies. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on a vise to get one that is going to hold it in place correctly. But typically the very basic ones that have the little lever on the end, those are the ones that are kind of hard to deal with. So we have a pretty good selection of fly tying vises that you can check out at avidmax.com, as well as all of the other tools that we're going to talk about today. So the next tool that is probably the second most important tool is the bobbin. And the bobbin is the tool that actually holds your spools of thread. The bobbin basically is what you hold on to as you are using the thread, as you're tying the thread, and you'll use this more than anything else. So having a good bobbin is important. There's lots of different types of bobbins out there. They range from very inexpensive to pretty expensive. You really just kind of need to experiment with different types if you can. And most fly tyers, if they are really into fly tying, will have 3, 4, 5, 6 different bobbins. Maybe they keep them spooled up with different colors all the time, or they just like the way that one bobbin works for different types of materials. But anyway, that's a very important tool to consider. The next thing that you're going to want to know about is a hackleplier. A hackleplier is used to hold materials, to either have them dangling from the hook or to grab materials and use them to wrap around the hook. There's a few different things that you might use a hackleplier for, but it's a pretty essential tool to have to start fly tying. The next thing that you're going to want is a bodkin. And a bodkin is basically just a needle. And that needle has lots of different purposes. Think of it as like a very small finger that you can use to adjust the material on your fly. You can use it to apply head cement. You can poke a hole through the eye of the hook to kind of clear it out. There's a lot of different things that you would use this for. Some bodkins also have a half hitch on the back end of it, and that's a handy thing as well. Half hitch is a type of knot that you'll use during fly tying to help you secure material and secure your thread in place. That's not essential, but the bodkin part is essential. The next thing is a hair stacker. And a hair stacker is basically used if you're using deer hair or elk hair or different types of hair. And what you'll typically do is you'll put the tips down into the stacker, you'll tap the stacker, then you'll pull it out sideways, and then your hair is there that you can pinch. And all of the tips of the hair are lined up perfectly so that when you apply those to your fly or tie them onto your hook, it's all lined up exactly the way that you want it. So a hair stacker is very important. They come in different types of materials. There's brass, aluminum, steel, lots of different versions. Some of the manufacturers will tell you that the different material will decrease static, which is kind of important when you're using these, because if the hair is staticky and sticking to the side of the hair stacker, it's a little bit difficult to use. But that's also a very essential tool for fly tying. The next thing is, when you're about ready to finish your fly, is a good pair of scissors. And scissors come in different shapes, different sizes. Some of them are curved, some of them have tension adjustments. Most of them have micro serrations right here on the blade. Some of them are flat. Lots of different types of scissors. I think most fly tyers will usually have a couple different types of scissors. There's also very fine micro tip razor scissors that you can use to really get into very tight spots to trim different pieces of hair or material or whatever you're doing off of your fly. But I would definitely recommend having a good pair of scissors. It's a very useful tool. And then the last tool that you absolutely have to have for fly tying is a whip finisher. Whip finishers also come in all different shapes and sizes. Some of them are made out of, they have brass shafts, some of them are bamboo shafts, different materials. There's different sizes of whip finishers, but this is about the standard size, the standard type of whip finisher. And this tool is used to finish the fly when you're done. It basically helps you tie the thread onto the hook, and then so that you can cut your thread off so it doesn't completely unravel when you're done. So we have a fundamentals fly tying video series where we show you the basics of fly tying and how to use most of these tools to get started fly tying. So that's the basic tools that you need for fly tying. We can help you out by watching our videos, our fundamental videos. And if you want to see other fly fishing and outdoor related videos, go to our AvidMax YouTube channel, subscribe, and we'll see you out there.